today is the 2016 Polk County Vendor Day. It's our 7th year having this event, and I want to tell you it's gone great so far. It's been an amazing event. We've had over 260 people register for this event this year, and we have about 56 tables, 56 presenters today. And those people that come out to this event can expect to have seminars and workshops that are geared towards helping them do business and do better business. We have a trade show with participants coming from all the way from Orlando, Tampa area.
It's a pleasure to see all of you here today at this Vendor Day event. This is the 7th year that we've had this event. We have evolved it over time to try to adapt it to the needs of our participants and the companies and other governmental entities that now participate. So it's our pleasure. It's the 6th year that we've had a partnership with Polk State College. Dr. Holden and her senior staff work with us on a variety of issues, do a great job. They're a great asset to this community, and we appreciate that partnership. Like Cedric mentioned, this is we have a trade show today. It's the 3rd year that we've had the trade show, and we hope you'll take that opportunity to meet with other companies, the other government agencies that are here, and evaluate partnership opportunities you may have with other companies. The Board of County Commissioners, who I work for, we believe the most important issue for the future of Polk County is to provide high-quality jobs for our residents and for those that are going through our education system. We want them to stay in Polk County when they get through college, and we want to have jobs here for them. So we do a variety of things to try to facilitate job creation. We obviously have a very robust economic development program to try to attract companies, but not just that, but to grow our existing companies. You know, most of the job growth since the recession has been in small business. So while we always look for opportunities to bring new companies to Polk County, we want to create an environment where entrepreneurs and small businesses can flourish in this county. So this program is just one of the things that we do in Polk County government to try to foster that. And looking at your program today, you've got some good topics I hope will be helpful. We create the agenda to meet the needs of the participants, as I've already said, based on feedback we get year to year. So continue to provide your feedback on how we can improve this in future years. The Board of County Commissioners has been committed to doing business with small companies, minority-owned companies for many years. And we have initiatives in place that we work with the community, we work with our staff to try to increase the amount of business that we do with local companies, small companies, and minority-owned companies. So we encourage you to take advantage of the seminar today on doing business with Polk County and with the state of Florida. This year, through the first 9+ months, we've awarded over $13 million in contracts to minority-owned businesses, which is it's about a $1.5 million increase over this time last year. So the Supplier Diversity Office is one of the programs we have in place to try to do business with minority-owned companies. We have a small business assistance center that's funded by the Board of County Commissioners that is an ongoing resource to try to assist startup businesses, small businesses with the challenges that you face. So on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, I would like to thank, first of all, the individuals that put this together, Cedric, other members of the team for Polk County for every year putting this together. I want to thank the speakers that have taken time from their businesses today to speak to you during the seminars, to the other government agencies that are here, Polk County Schools, Orange County Schools, City of Lakeland, and hope you'll make contacts with them also for ongoing opportunities that may be available. The private sector companies, the small companies, startup companies that are here, thank you for being here. This is done for the participants, so most of all, we thank you. I hope it's a productive day. It's a pleasure to be with you, and good luck in the future.
This is my county. I'm here for 21 years when I moved from Michigan. So there's lots of networking, there are lots of county government contractors here, and also small businesses to network, so we can help each other.
Our purpose for being here today is to meet new vendors for TECO Energy. We look for unique and qualified businesses to do business with.
We're excited to have you here on behalf of the president of Polk State College. We'd like to greet you and thank you for taking the opportunity to be here on our campus. One of the things that we value the most is partnerships. And we are thankful for the Board of County Commissioners partnering with Polk to present the institution, and certainly to house an event like this that will enhance what you're doing in industry and in business. We are a college that is part of a 28 college system that feeds into a 12 university system, but we do some things that are very creative here at Polk State College. We can move a student or employee from actually a certificate program to a degree. And certainly we have those resources readily available for each of you to utilize. We have a corporate college that continues to enhance actually the talents and the skills of those persons that are working in industry. So we encourage you to utilize the resources that we have here that is part of your investment. Thank you for being here, and we welcome you to Polk State College.
We came to Vendor Day to reacquaint ourselves with associates, former associates, and to gain more networking with possible future business associates.
I'm actually here today at this vendor fair to actually meet with local minority and diverse businesses to do business with my cancer center.
We've tried to bring people from all over this Central Florida and to Polk County to do business with our vendors here, so that we can foster that sense of Central Florida community, but more importantly, helping businesses gain that marketing and that management and those financial skills that they need in order to grow. That's where we focus the seminars today.
I encourage and exhort each business to come, because you can help develop your team with some of the workshop. It's very healthy for business. So from that aspect, for the different breakout session they did, was very helpful for us and my team.
Actually, we learned a little bit because we were able to find out about the state system, Florida Office of Supplier Diversity. So we found out a little bit about that, got a chance to actually meet the folks that were behind that.
We had a lovely seminar that was put on by Sylvia Blackman-Roberts of the Blackman-Roberts Group. She did an amazing job with her marketing seminar and educating people on how marketing should be done, from anything from networking all the way up to creating formal relationships with companies and organizations, be they government, be they nonprofit or for-profit.
Think about how you walk into the room. Have your game plan ready. You know, I've already did my homework about this event. I already know that there's a certain person gonna be there. They may not stick around, so I need to get to them as quickly as possible. I've already thought about what I'm gonna say to them. People don't want sales and networking. They don't want you at that point to come up to them and say, I am the best and you need to hire me. That's not what they're looking for at that particular point. You're trying to bond with them. You're trying to establish a relationship with them that will build to an even greater relationship. And I've said, walk with confidence and assurance as you go there. Scope your room for opportunities. Go look at the sheet and see kind of some people who may be in there, maybe some of the company names. You know, if they're smaller companies, you might not know them by name, but you just get into the room and so you've got to start thinking about scoping the room for opportunities. Then, like I said, entering a group. Always have a business card, and your business card is for your exchange of pertinent information. It is not. I see so much on business cards. Sometimes they look like books. I just need to know your email and possibly your cell phone number, you know, because that's how we communicate a lot now. So I don't really need to know all those other things that may go on there. Yeah, I love when locations are on there because I want to know if somebody's close to me. But most of the time, we're looking at things through people's websites. We should be writing notes on the back of those cards. Anything that will help you to remember something specifically about that person. So it's amazing how many times people follow up with me and they say, well, if you remember and whatever, and I do remember because I wrote it on the back of the card. And even though I now use my phone for a lot of my contact information, I still put the notes in. When I go into my Outlook, I have notes in there because I want to remember. If I find out who your secretary is and she talked to me, she's in my system. So that when I call on the phone, I'm going to say, hey, Jean, this is Sylvia. I was called da-da-da-da-da because I want Jean to continue to be my friend, even though I don't have Jean's business card. So put that information somewhere, and like I said, don't ever discount it because it may not be today that you think of that, but it may be a year from now that you think and go, I met somebody that did exactly that. And I can tell you, I started scrolling through, but I also keep copies of all of my business cards. I don't throw them out. I have a box. I put them in, they're in order. And I don't have the old Rolodex anymore. I got several of those, but they're packed away. But I keep the business cards. Then a calendar. The calendar is two reasons. First of all, I'm driven by a calendar. I have so many tasks that I need to do that I put everything in my Outlook. If it's not in Outlook, it's not going to get done. So I put everything in my Outlook. But also, I make notes of when I'm going to follow up with people. And I give myself timelines to do it. Because otherwise, I'll get so busy, I'll forget I was going to send a thank you card to that person, or I was going to send a follow-up email, but I left there and I went. In the last 2 weeks, I've been in 3 different cities for 2 weeks straight, never coming back to Lakeland. I've collected a lot of cards I've done, but I didn't get a chance to come back to my office and process the first ones before I went to the second one and then on to the third one. So when I got back into my office, I had a whole system of how I'm going to put all this in. I haven't put them all in yet, but I'm sending emails to different individuals. I'm sending actual handwritten thank yous to different individuals. I just think that stands out. And I love writing. So I will do a personal thank you as quick as I'll do an email thank you. And sometimes they'll get both because I don't want them to think I forgot. So I'll send a quick one and then I'll send the follow-up one. I do that with family, friends as well. So I don't just do it with my contacts. But we get so many emails that I personally appreciate when I get like something in the mail now in terms of that.
When I first heard about Vendor Day, I thought it was just a trade show, which I'm excited about. I love trade shows. I love meeting people, I love talking to people. But when I got here, there was a seminar aspect to it, and we did 2 classes today that just blew my mind. It was incredibly informative. We did a networking class. I did one on mentorship. I have a mentor, and now I'm looking to find another one because it's inspired me to do that. So not only is it an excellent resource for networking, but it's an educational event as well, and I find a lot of value in that.
We also had, for the first time, a mentor-protege combination do a seminar today that went over quite well with Mr. Ron Hinkleman and Mr. James Burt. They did a great job today letting people know how to create and formulate a mentor-protege relationship between a larger company and a smaller company and how that benefits, that relationship benefits them both. So we've done a lot today, and of course Sharon Mathis and Mr. Thad Fortune today did workshops on how to do business with the state of Florida as well as how to do business with Polk County Board of County Commissioners.
I am an Equal Opportunity Diversity Representative for Polk County Government. My counterpart is Carlos Baez. He is Procurement Specialist for Polk County Government. We're going to tell you today about Polk County Board of County Commissioners, doing business with Polk County Board of County Commissioners. The mission is to provide procurement services for the Board of County Commissioners at the highest ethical standards, utilizing the most cost-effective innovative methods while adhering to appropriate rules, regulations, and procedures. Procurement responsibilities. These things is something that we don't do. Agreement with nonprofit organizations, dues, memberships, and subscriptions. We can't pay for these things. This is like our P cards. We can't pay for things like that. This is the good stuff. Purchases, $5,000 or less. Small purchases. We only need 500 pens, and it's going to cost us $300. Do we have to send out a bid? No, because it's less than $5,000. We can do it over the phone, but we do try to include women, minority, and local vendors in those. If it's 5,000 to 10,000, we do what we call informal quotes. Again, we don't have to send it out. If we want to use the doctor's services, and we only need her for 3 hours and she's charging us $1,000 an hour, $3,000, we don't have to send that out. We can do informal quotes, and that's what we call informal quotes. $10,000 to $25,000, 3 or more written quotes. And then $25,000 to $49.99, 6 or more written quotes. And 3 of those should be Polk County firms if available, and 3 should be WMBEs if available, women, minority businesses. This is where we get into the quotes. The 50,000 or greater. We have to send something out as a bid. Also in your packet is a bid packet. Do y'all see that? It looks like this. It has big red letters that says sample. Do you see that? The bid packet? That's what a bid packet looks like. Let me tell you the important part of a bid packet. Can somebody tell me what's the important part of a bid packet? I like interaction. What's the important part? Pardon me? Presentation. Presentation. What else? Exactly. It has the requirements of the bid. It's so many pages, and I think that when I cut it down to 29, it was 42 pages. And most people look at that and say, oh, I'm just going to go to the bid sheet and fill it out, right? You can't do that in procurement procedures. You need to read every page, because if you miss one thing, what happened? You can be deemed non-responsive. Now, we're a little bit good. If it's just one thing, we're going to pick up the phone and call you and say, Grace, is it? The day, yeah. Precious. We're going to say, you forgot to fill out page 20. So we're going to allow you to do that. But if you forgot page 20, you forgot the bid sheet, you forgot everything, you forgot to turn in a reference letter, okay, that's 3 things there. You're going to be deemed what? Non-responsive. And you're going to probably say, oh, I didn't know I had to do that. But if you look at specifications, that's your qualifications. It tells you step by step, 1, 2, 3, 4, everything you need. Also, another thing happens is, oh, I didn't get a bid. Why didn't you get a bid? Mr. Robinson didn't get a bid for the mental health counseling. No, because my email changed. How would we know that? If your email changed, you go back into the system and change it. Your phone number changes, you need to go back in there and change it. You would be amazed how many kickbacks we get from emails that people just decide to change their emails. They either go from Gmail or they go to Hotmail or whatever mail, and they don't change it in the system. Then they become upset when they don't get bid opportunities. So number 1, Procurement 101, read the total bid packet. 2 of 101, make sure that your email address and your phone number is current in the system. We do not mail out anything. Everything goes through email. Email is extremely important. A lot of people say, well, I like paper. Well, print it off when you get there, because we're not printing off anything to mail to you. Okay? Polk County is a little bit different, and we try every way to help the vendor. We have what we call a local preference ordinance, a vendor preference ordinance, and sheltered market. Local preference. You live in Polk County. So, I don't know the young lady name with the stripes on. Katie lives in Tallahassee. And she bidded on ground maintenance. And Katie bidded $45,000. And the young lady in the back with the brown on, she bidded, Katie bidded 45, she's in Tallahassee. She bidded 44, and she lives in Lakeland. So 5% is going to bring her within the amount. So we're going to go with local preference if she wants to do it for what Katie wanted to do it for. Okay? That's the local preference. You can't do it for your 45, you're going to have to do it for her 44. So we're going to send you a letter that you came within 5%, so for you to do it. Okay? Sheltered market. That is for women and minority business owners. We're going to send you out an email. We're coming up with, again, custodial services. And you see the email in there. The email, you can pull out a sample email. When we send you that email, it looks just like that. You go down to the name. You don't have to do a whole lot of typing. Click on the name, send it back to the procurement specialist, yes or no, I am willing and able to be the custodial person. We only need 3 people. 3 to say yes, then it's going to go out to sheltered market. What is sheltered market? It's only going to go out to vendors that are eligible in those counties that you see on the board. That's the only one, women and minorities, and locals. So, I'm going to pick on Grace because I know her name. Grace lives in Polk County, so she's a WMBE. The lady behind her lives in Polk County. She's a local. So, we're back to custodial. Grace bidded $78,000. Women and minority, it went out sheltered market, but the lady behind her bidded $72,000. She's a local. Who's going to get the bid?
I am, because I'm going to do it for 72.
You're doing 78, she's doing it 72. You're a woman and minority, and it went out shelter market.
Right, I'm going to get the,
She's going to get it because it say and locals.
oh, it's a local price, okay.
Local.
proceed.
Well, it's the lowest bid. So back in the time, we had an earthquake. We didn't have Hurricane Charlie. And so all the lights are off in Lakeland, Bartow, Mulberry, Bradley Junction, everywhere. And we need generators. A quote goes out normally for 10 days. We got time to put a quote out. So what do? Emergency purchases. And that's defined as goods or services necessary because of the conditions occurring that might affect the health, safety, and welfare of the county citizens. But Grace has all these generators stored in her warehouse, but she's not registered with the county. But Katie is, and she's in Tallahassee. And she's in, so we're going to send it out, and if she can get it to us in 24 hours, Grace just lost a lot of money because she didn't register with Polk County.
Wow.
Sole source purchases. That is a purchase where nobody else has it and they can do it. And I give you a good example. We just had this modular buildings for the fire station. We had specifications and we only had one person that said they could do it. But when we sent it out, we as procurement sent it out to put out a sole source purchases. 5 people sent back, oh, we can build modular homes. We do it all the time. So we put it out at a bid. It went out as a bid, but guess what happened? When they got down to the nuts and bolts of the specifications, they couldn't do it. So it eventually went back to the sole source purchase. So sole source is nobody else can do it but that one person. The question was asked in the last class, what if you had it out a year ago and then since that, everybody got the memo that you're making money because you need to learn how to put up this fence? but we didn't know how to do it then, but we have all the stuff. Each time we need a sole source, we have to advertise it. AVS. Katie has all the stuff when we needed the generators. But now we want to put out a bid because Grace decided she got mad with us. She's not going to fund us anymore. And she just called in. I'm just stopping today. So what we're going to do is call Katie. Can you do this AVS for 2 months until we can get this bid processed? So that, you know, because she just dropped us in midstream. But we got to get someone to do the work. So we can send out what we call an alternate vendor selection. Piggyback, state contracts. We need vans. State of Florida has a contract for vans. So instead of the county putting out a bid process, all we do is piggyback off of their contract that they have out there. The last item we're going to talk about is we have to make sure we keep with ethics. We have to do the right thing. We can't do it because you're a friend or whatever. We follow the ethics rule. We don't want to be in the newspaper that we're doing things wrong. So Polk County makes sure and ensure that we do everything that's correctly for all vendors. Okay?
We also got a chance to meet with other vendors that are here. And that was really good because they could see that we're here and also see what they're looking for. I also think another benefit was being able to talk to some of the counties to see exactly what they're looking for when we go and we bid projects and sort of help them kind of figure out how we are committed to doing this. And that is something that we're really doing. So.
Well, I came here basically because I'm introducing the game. And it's been spectacular. Everybody who's seen it says they want one. And they want it for themselves, they want it for their children, they want it for their family. So it's been a great opportunity.
Today, I thought I'd just come and show my face and let our team be here to engage with the people. But I came here and it was so electric that I found so many healthy contacts and networking and power networking. It was very healthy for me to spend the extra hours that I put in here.
I'm coming out today, and as always, has been a great day. I did meet a couple of new vendors, so we're going to take it back to the business units, try to get them registered, and try to do some business with them.
I was very excited about the event, you know, being a part of this and actually allowing us the exposure that the businesses are looking for and needing, as well being able to learn a lot about different opportunities that the Polk County as well as Polk State are offering, from everything for showing us how to operate our business and manage our business to be effective here in Polk County, but also how we can recruit and employ as well, Polk County as well. So I was really excited about a lot of things about this event.
We got one company that makes truck bodies, and they're not in county, but they like what we do, and I'm going to talk to them right now in the trade show, and then we'll follow up because they understood what we do, which they are buying from out of state, and we are local. So yeah, I'm going to say them right now. So this worked out pretty good. All I need is one customer every time. I come here for 10 years. So
I've got an entire pocket full of business cards and connections. So, and in my networking event, I found out that it's probably best to do a handwritten note because emails get lost. So I'm planning on writing a handwritten note to each person that I've met. I wrote some notes on the back on what we talked about, so it's a little more personal. So we might not do a sale, but we will definitely keep contact and communication. And again, valuable. I've learned a lot about networking, and I'm going to put that to the test.
I have to say that it's been a wonderful event today. I got to meet with quite a few suppliers and other businesses like mine in the community, and it's been a great experience. And I'm very thankful for Cedric for what he's doing in Polk County to bring recognition to small businesses. So I'm happy to be here, and I hope to participate again next year.